It's kind of crazy.
Landing gear raised.
Like, another big thing is that everyone has so many ships in the game right now that, like, when you have 6 guys that all have one Polaris apiece, and someone says like, "Oh, let's take out a Polaris," then it's like everyone wants to take out their Polaris, and then no one agrees to do any of it. No one does anything else because they feel bad because they didn't get to use their Polaris. So it's like, and we talked to a few people the other day, um, about this. Basically, there's like 4 or 5 guys that want Carracks or whatever in our group, and I was telling them like, you don't have to worry about Carracks and stuff. Like y'all can use whatever and earn it in game. And then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, if you have if you have 6 Carracks, y'all could fly out together and land your ships somewhere and live out of y'all's Carracks, and then just share your Carrack. Like when y'all get online, just take one Carrack out, do missions on it, and then as it gets destroyed or filled up, you just go out and take more and more Carracks out. Like, because people complain about how, like, well, if our Carrack or if our ship gets destroyed, we get sent back to spawn and it takes 2 hours to go somewhere. But if you have, let's say, 5 dudes and 5 Carracks, or let's say 6 dudes and 6 Carracks apiece, you fly to Pyro, you land them in the desert somewhere. You're gonna have 6 top turrets for defense. You'll have, you know, 12 Ursa rovers or whatever. You could have damn near, I don't even know, like 300 Furies or something. I don't know like how many Furies that would be. That would be like, it'd be like 18 Furies apiece. So you'd have, I don't know, 60 Furies plus. You could have however many Dragonflies in there, and then each Carrack also has its own Pisces. So if a Carrack gets shot, like basically this is how it would work. You'd have 6 Carracks. You fly to Pyro. You land it in the
Plugging
desert.
drive
You
is
get
now
all your
down.
dudes together. Y'all pick one Carrack. Y'all get on that Carrack. Y'all start doing missions. If that Carrack gets destroyed, you still have the Pisces in the Carrack to fly back to your Carrack group. And then if that even got destroyed, you could just have someone die, respawn on their Carrack, grab another Carrack, fly it back to the dude that's still at the ship, and pick that dude up. And then with 6 Carracks, you would have like 2,000, 3,000 SCU of cargo space. So you could just come back, drop the Carracks off, put them on someone else's ship. Like, let's say that y'all have 6 Carracks and one guy is going to log off in an hour or whatever, and y'all have a bunch of loot on your ships. Y'all could decide just to, hey, let's dump the loot on that ship, so it's off of the server because their ship's gonna despawn. But it's like it's stuff like that that just doesn't happen. Like there's a guy that I like. There's a guy that he wants to do mining. You know, all you'd have to do, park your Carracks around somewhere that has mineable rocks that you can use a rock miner and stuff on, or a cave or whatever. And then you'd have to have maybe have like a bunker nearby that people could do FPS in or whatnot. And then you just go back and forth and farm shit and put it in your Carrack. In the same situation, you could do that with it. Well, you can't necessarily do that with a hammerhead, but you could have like 8 ships. Like you have 7 hammerheads. Everyone has one hammerhead apiece, and then you have one character or whatever. Y'all fly to Pyro together, which is still kind of dumb because your ships wouldn't be crewed. Land them in the desert, and then y'all all just board one of the hammerheads. And then as soon as one hammerhead gets destroyed, you respawn at the Carrack, get on another hammerhead, go right back. That's the only way I can see that you're going to get any people to group up together. So whatever the broken patch is right here. And then Picker's Field is pretty far away. We'll have to see when we land.
Shields online. Shields offline.
This is a lot of work to find one thing to salvage. That's what's crazy about this. It's all I'm trying to do right now.
Shields online.
So whatever it is, it's in this mountain range over here. I'm assuming it's probably hostile, but I don't know. I'm only seeing that one turret. Could see if we can salvage these panels. I'm gonna try to land here, but we're gonna see how far Picker's Field is from here. 633 km. That's a long ride. Definitely a long ride. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Damn cactus, man. Can't trust them. Can't trust them. That's the thing that's gonna kill this like the most is these the plants and shit they got on these things. It's such a pain in the ass to land anything anywhere. Like, what is that? What are we on? See if we can find somewhere flatter, I guess. I don't know. Track that. I want to see if I can salvage one of these panels. God damn, so dark, man. I can probably make that with the dragonfly. 600 km is a hell of a ways to go, though, for Picker's Field. If anything, I mean, we could see how long it takes us to travel that far in a dragonfly, but don't have any food or water here. Pull a dragonfly out and check out the bunker. See if we can salvage one of these panels for vehicle repairs or not. I highly doubt that this repair gun's going to fix the shield generator of the Ursa. It would be kind of cool if I could find a shield generator to replace it, but also I don't have a tractor beam, and apparently you can't manage these by hand, so it's kind of so-so. And I wish there was like a button that you could use for this, like on your Moby Glass, Bluetooth. So this is a death sentence. If you're by yourself and you like have to use these long ass animations to get on and off of like vehicles and close your ship, you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
Engines online.
Okay, let's just try one of these, I guess.
Engines offline.
Nothing. Yeah, that's not happening. Not a very stealthy motorcycle, though, that's for sure. I mean, it has lights all over it. Okay, let's try to see what this bunker thing is. I might just turn my lights on so I don't fucking run into a piece of metal. I don't know. Probably can't fly through these. Nope, that's what I thought. Nope. Nope. What are we stuck on? We're...
Engines destroyed.
What? I pushed Z and my engines blew off. Crazy. I can't even imagine trying to drive an Ursa through this, though. Maybe we could salvage the engine that fell off um, to repair the rest of this. That'd be interesting. Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. This is not a dragonfly safe area. Oh god, why can't we go up the hill? It's like drifting down. So what we got over here? What do we got? The dragonfly needs to stop. I don't know what the fuck it's going on. It just keeps going. It needs to stop. Where's the brakes, sir? Do we have no brakes? Looks like we don't. Okay. Note to self. Shoot off backside of dragonfly. It's kind of cool. This has to be what repair is, though. Like, this is what makes me very... This is what makes me very skeptical of things. Like, so the Vulcan is supposed to be a repair vehicle, and it has drones. So does the Vulcan come and rebuild me an engine? Or does the Vulcan come and repair a red engine to a green engine? You know? Because if it can't replace an engine part that broke off, like if it can't break something that broke off, then it's not really that useful. You know? This looks like another abandoned base area, so I mean... This one's more of like an armor core refinery, though, or something. Yeah. So I mean, this is pretty close though. I mean, actually, what are these? Those size 7 torps or size 6 torps? That's interesting. I'm guessing this is pretty much the same as the other one. No interior though. But I mean, this is pretty close to Picker's Field. I mean, 600 kilometers, and you get yourself your own defensible base. It's pretty crazy. I mean, you could basically land ground vehicles here and raid Picker's Field constantly. I mean, that'd be a hell of a drive. Hell of a drive. Probably would lose people on the drive, but like, if you had enough people, like everything that doesn't seem worth it to a solo person, like me driving the one Dragonfly over there, not really that much, you know, that I could put on that and bring back. If you had 20 people with Dragonflies or something, it's a lot of gear. I would argue that this base looks a little bit better because it has those balls over here. You get your own landing pad. Be a real estate agent. Is this the cargo trolley? That's what they should do. Is like the Atlas and stuff. They should have world spawns where they come out. Yeah, not far. Whoa. Sir? That's a little crazy. Yeah, that's a steep drop. Seems fairly defensible. I mean, that's something that's actually probably going to happen when base building comes in that I'm not sure if they think about, because they said that they're going to have you can build like a flat area and it'll flatten out the ground around the building so you can build there. But people are going to be doing shit like that where it raises the ground, like they're going to like flatten a hill and have that really steep so people can't run up the sides. Okay, let's try and make it back, I guess. If we can find the engine piece, I'll try to salvage it. But I like the idea of like you go and you raid Picker's Field, right? Like, so let's say people are going to Picker's Field for some reason. You go to Picker's Field, you kill all the NPCs or whatever. Players are going down in their ships. You steal their ships. You bring them back over here, and then you got guys just like hand salvaging the ships off, and all that. And then you just like sell the rest of the wreck off to like a salvage crew, or have like a reclaimer chilling. I was not expecting this to get so
Engines
damaged though. It's kind
online.
of nuts. And I wonder what sets that turret off. Like it's there, but it doesn't seem like it's functional. So I mean, we have lost a lot of control on this dragonfly though. We do not have as much control as I would like right now. I have no idea what happened. But I mean, the plus side, we can salvage the dragonfly with her gun and get her body back. But damn, it's kind of annoying. Do we drive the Ursa over there, I guess is the question. It's only 2 kilometers, so it probably wouldn't be too bad, but I think what they should, like, how they talk about medical supplies and stuff, and how you need medical supplies to, like, respawn or your thing or whatever. I don't really think that you need medical supplies for that. Like, you could just, like, yeah, respawn the people or whatever, but just have it where when they regrow a person, that they're super fucking hungry when they wake up. So they have to eat a bunch of food. Eventually, ships would run out of food and water. It punishes people that die a lot, and it would reward people that don't die a lot. You know, let's just try this out. Might as well. I mean, it has the gun in here, so I mean, safer. We don't have armor or anything, so.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
forgot about this. Is it on the ground? Close enough. But this is the thing that I don't think they have enough testers testing this part of the game. Like, you have big orgs that do these occasional battles, you know, with ground vehicles, but it doesn't appear like they have a ton of people doing ground traversal, you know, and I get that they're using tools to generate a lot of this stuff, but they should probably reduce the amount of clutter that's on the ground in general, especially if they want ground vehicles. And then also, like, even walking up and down a hill is a death sentence. You like driving, you don't know what rocks you can drive through and what rocks you can anymore because they made like half of them to where you can go through, half of them where you can't. Same with plants and vegetation. The map doesn't work when you're on foot, so you can't tell where the fuck you're going. You get lost, and it takes you hours to walk anywhere. You know, the hills and stuff are not sloped, so you end up sliding off and dying like in 2 seconds. You know, there's like a whole lot of random shit that happens. I would say, like, the Dragonfly is quicker, for sure, but, like, the Ursa seems safer, even though it's slow. In the grand picture of things, it's pretty slow. See, not a rock that you can drive through. That's probably not either. No. I think it's just like the really flat rocks you can drive through, and the other ones are too big on this planet. It does kind of make driving a certain skill set when you have to learn how to drive in different areas on a planet based on what vegetation and rocks are around, but it's still like extremely annoying. Exploration vehicle. Imagine 600 kilometers in this thing. That would be nuts. This is 2 kilometers. Taking like 15 minutes. Jesus. Is our body in the... It's in the floor, isn't it? Yeah. The one thing that we couldn't have happen that would ruin all of our plans. That's nuts. I wonder if it'll come back at some point. Damn. Need to make like an interdimensional ship that like doesn't interact with anything in this world, but you can like fly it through planets to grab your stuff. Be like a alien tech tree ship, like a Banu probe or something. Say what? See, this is why you look over your shoulder all the time. Sometimes people are trying to stab you. Sometimes Star Citizen gives you a message, you know? God, I'm fat. Alright, that's my backpack, so I need this. Now this, I'm guessing we desynced and it slammed into the cactus. Nothing? Tell me that I can't salvage any of that. That's kind of crazy. Guessing there's no way to get the power supply or anything off. But like this means like if someone found this later, right? I'm guessing if you had like this crash, you could find the piece with the repair drones and then reattach the piece to the Dragonfly, and then people could just keep pieces of their stuff because Drake's stuff is supposed to be easy to repair. And out of all the hover bikes, this is the one that has all of these detachable fins. Which makes me think that you could just bring in another detachable fin and just cheek cheek and pop it on, you know? So like maybe the ship comes in and it repairs the fin and then it reattaches it. But maybe it can't fabricate a fin. But in that sense, it might just be better to use like a crucible, you know? Because there shouldn't be really anything wrong with this necessarily. You still got size 1 guns and stuff on it. Here's what we do. We go, we find the Carrack, and then I just salvage a little bit of stuff off the Carrack, you know? I'm gonna go to the low ground. Maybe the low ground's clearer, you know? Rocks on the mountain, low ground, just got little valleys maybe. Hopefully. Probably fall through a planet. I guess this is the one thing I didn't really think about with the Testudo, though, is